Welcome everybody, and welcome to yoga for first responders. And welcome to, we're sitting in a historical building, the Lincoln Street Fire Station of Lewiston, Maine, and they've converted the station into a fitness studio, so I was really excited to share this space and to share a practice to help first responders. Being a first responder myself, I can see the importance of how to have an outlet and how to have these resources of being fit for being off duty. And how do we get rid of the stresses of the day? Do we hang on to things? And I joke, but it's not a joke, that I am running on caffeine and sarcasm, just as that natural reaction of how do I keep myself going? How do I keep myself running from call to call and through life and not have to slow down and feel things or process things? And if you're a first responder and you're going to call to call to call, and maybe you're seeing these traumas and tragedies, and you become what is the word, immune to feeling, and I don't want to feel, I don't have time to process these things. I just need to do my job and do what we're supposed to do and help others and respond and respond and respond, and then I get out of work and I don't know how to slow down or decompress. So with the practice of yoga and meditation and breathing is what brings me that ability to cope, to slow down enough to feel things, to process things, and why would I even want to do that? How to respond, say this term loosely, normally, because I don't even know if feeling feelings is the normal thing to do in society, when society seems to be so busy that it just wants you to keep going. And we talk about resiliency as first responders and how to build our resiliency, and the way for me to build resiliency is for me to slow down, decompress, feel things, process things, so I can recharge the system. And sometimes I think about sitting on a mat is the recharging system, just like our phones. Our phones eventually are going to die. They're going to stop working. When we drain the battery, it no longer works. And as first responders, that is exactly what is happening. Is we drain our batteries, we don't get enough sleep, maybe our nutrition sucks, and we're draining our batteries, and eventually I'm burnt out and I'm not able to respond as efficiently on a call. I'm not able to go home and get out of work and respond efficiently and have that care and compassion in my own house, in my own self. So this practice is what's going to bring us back and recharge our system. And we think about how maybe some of us say, I can't slow down. I don't know how to sit. I don't know how to just be still. It's easier to just keep going. It's easier to be at work. It's easier to do things without thinking. I don't want to sit down and process these things. All right, I don't think I have the ability to do these things, and maybe that's our mindset, but really it's a practice. So I choose to practice to do these things. I choose to recharge the battery so I can be more efficient at work. I choose to do these things to decompress when I get out of work so I can go home and be more efficient, more effective, more loving towards myself and my family. So maybe we talk about the breath or the breathing, or you go on calls where, our biggest concern is, are they breathing? How are they breathing? How can we get better breaths into the patient to help the patient, because it's all about the breaths and the breathing. The airway, to open the airway. Is it restricted? Am I restricting my own airway? Am I conscious of my own breathing? And that's what it's going to come down to. So, ask ourselves, how am I breathing? And when I practice my own breathing, when I'm in a more stressful situation at work, on a call, at home, I can always bring it back to my breathing. So let's just take some time to bring some awareness and consciousness to our own breaths. If you're sitting, you want to take a nice, tall, comfortable seat. Start to let the breath flow in and out, maybe not trying to change anything, but just naturally being aware of how the breaths are flowing in and out. Where do you feel the breaths moving? Do you feel them more through the nose, the mouth, the throat? Do you feel them coming down to the chest? Do you feel them in the ribs maybe? Can you feel everything opening, expanding, and on the exhales, can you feel the release, the letting go? So as we start to allow the breath to work for us, this is what's going to help slow the body down. This is what's going to help relax the muscles in the body. This is what's eventually going to help the mind relax. So the technique is that it starts with the breathing. It allows the physical body to relax, allows the mind to relax, allows us to settle in. So let's take some conscious deep breaths and start to bring that breath in through the nose. Take a nice tall seat so the crown of the head is going to go up, which it opens up that airway, expands everything. Maybe I want to send my shoulder blades back so it opens up that chest. And as I breathe in, send that breath in through the nose. I want to keep the mouth shut. I can't keep my mouth shut because I'm trying to talk, but send that breath down from the nose all the way down to the belly. Maybe place a hand to the belly. So we're going to practice belly breathing, and on the inhales, we're expanding and filling our bellies like a balloon. So send that breath all the way down to the belly, fill it like a balloon. On the exhales, press the belly gently and let that breath come out. Gently releasing the breath out the nose, not forcing it. Slowly decompressing, letting everything go until the breath is completely exhausted. And then we'll start to take that next inhale through the nose only. Fill that belly with the breath. Keep everything open and expanded, and on the exhales, release. Gently press that breath up and out the nose. Continue this practice of breathing. Maybe taking a few more rounds of breaths, allowing the body to relax. hands to the tops of the knees, the thighs, whatever is comfortable, allowing the arms to relax, the hands to relax. Maybe I'm opening and closing the hands to let go of any gripping, anything I'm hanging on to. Start to let the chin come down to the chest. As you exhale, release, let everything go. Maybe relaxing the back of the shoulders. Letting everything relax down the spine to the hips, to the lower back. Slowly on an inhale, send those eyes up to the neutral position or higher, and maybe even send those hands back behind you so you can squeeze those shoulder blades back a little bit more. To open up the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades back, send those eyes up to the sky, open everything up. Maybe start to draw in that breath, start to draw in that new energy. Start to feel a little bit more renewed, rejuvenated, energized. And if you need to continue these breaths, to relax on the exhales, to send that energy, that new energy in on the inhales, continue to do that. And maybe in our next series, we'll continue our movements. We'll move the bodies. Hope everybody enjoys their day. Send those hands together. Place those thumbs to the heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. And on an exhale, bow. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Everybody have a super day, or don't.